Negotiating the evil and hostile moorlands of Corvi Tricoli was only the beginning of my journey. It took nearly a month to pass through the cold rocks of the Mountains of Gloom, and at least 3 times longer to travel through the hot sands of the desert of Moharn. At the end of eternity, the Moharn of Night offered the outlaw its empty embrace. Unanswered questions hung above the visitor like the sword of Damocles and warned cracked lips not to give shape to the words. It was perhaps for the legacy of the once vibrant community which was now a mere shadow of itself that my first steps led to the university. This familiar place suddenly seemed so strange, and empty chairs at empty tables so unnatural. And then suddenly, he was sitting there. He appeared without a single sound, as though his existence began right here at my table. He looked like the statue above the main stairway at the University of Magic. It was impossible to believe, yet Nimith, one of the first sorcerers in the world, was sitting in front of me. The one who fought alongside the people in the Great War, the one who stood up to the gods, the one who speaks to dragons. That evening, I sat in the pub with a legend whose greatest deeds were older than the large and powerful kingdom of Arte. We talked for a long time. He told me it was he who, after his agreement with the gods, trained the 5 sorcerers who then turned their backs on him and built Skeldal. He was the one who taught the art of higher magic. He was the one who had mistakenly revealed the ritual of mastering the gate of the dimensions of Zohar. On top of this tragedy, his students were only half-educated and conceited, and they would have lost control over the ritual in the end. He also revealed another ritual, the ritual Crow-Cane, that involves the delicate web of the destinies of all living creatures. He told me how he had secretly planted the ritual on an unknown scholar on the island of Rovenland, and how 3 warriors later emerged from the ritual to put an end to the threat hidden on the highest floor of Skeldal. Few understand how the ritual chooses its heroes. However, back then Warhargim was one of the 3 because his violent, cruel, and ruthless character had a chance to succeed at such a demanding task. When the sorcerers were defeated and the gate was locked, the power of the ritual receded, and Warhargim became the villain he has always been. It was towards dawn when Nimith finished his story. I realized that he, because of his mysterious agreement with the gods, couldn't do anything. He told me I couldn't return to university now, and that the answers to his questions would bring me to Rovenland. In the end, he started to utter magic spells I'd never heard, and that was the last time I saw him.